All right, folks, welcome. If you saw the bracket, you might not have expected this matchup because you would have gone with the favorites winning and you would have thought that this would be Dogao against Mr. Yo. That is not the case. StonePlease beat Dogao 3-1. I did not cast that series, sadly. Really good performance from him, and he is a player who, if you've been following Titans League and some other events, has really been getting better and better and better. He's definitely feels like that next generation. He is also the fastest player in Age of Empires 2 at a high level. The fastest, okay? So right now, we're in Dark Age. We got Vikings for StonePlease. We got the Franks for Yo. Let's just check the APMs here. He's averaging 84 eco APM already, and military is actually quite high for both. But yes, Mr. Yo is not a slow player by any means. When the armies actually come out, you will see just how high the APM spikes. He's incredibly fast. Is a lot of that additional clicking? Yes. Is a lot of that unimportant potentially? Also yes. But do you feel it on the other side? Yeah. At least when I do when I play him, it's very clear. This player is very quick. So he has been shown to practice with players like Phosphorus and just some off-meta players. So I'd be curious to see in this series if StonePlease has a trick up his sleeve. But sky's the limit for him. He already took down Dogao. Beating Mr. Yo would be a crazy story, though. That would be one of the bigger upsets we've had in a very long time. Mr. Yo, I think, knows what he's up against here. With his draft, he banned out the Bengalis, for example, and just some of those other civs that could potentially go fast castle. Map-wise, it looks pretty even for both here. And it's a classic matchup. Vikings versus Franks. But Vikings have the eco. Where Vikings struggle a little bit is the military. So, kind of a fun situation here. So I was looking through my YouTube comments, and this one guy, so there was a series with Vikings, and this commenter said, Vikings lose 95% of all high-level games they play, I swear. And I don't know exactly how else he said it, but he seemed very, very certain, right? I forget who it was that played Vikings. I think it was Rapart against Leary. That's what it was. Rapart against Leary. And then, since then, Vikings have won like 3 straight. Might have had something to do with the players there. Vikings can still be very, very solid just because of that strong economy. The later stages can be awkward for them compared to some other civs, though. No doubt. Joey, nice. I was number 1 on his Wrapped. Nice. Was that Twitch or YouTube? Not sure which. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. We got 2 militia on the way for StonePlease right now. So he's going to go for the little drush. This might be... this might end up being 2 militia into additional 2 militia follow-up. Mr. Yo's got a back woodline and back berries. So, and StonePlease hasn't scouted yet. So this could kind of be awkward for StonePlease. If his scout were to go the wrong direction, he could have some real issues. But this is just to apply a little bit of pressure, follow up with a fast feudal time. And yeah, he just has to know the direction to go. Could easily go this way. They're kind of off to the side here. They removed all wildlife. Well, that's not true. Obviously, there's animals. But they removed all wolves from the map per player feedback. So drushing will not be, I guess, as risky. Could also lead to people sneaking a little bit more. A reason people have never been sneaky with villagers in Dark Age is maybe because a random wolf could kill an unloomed vill. Yeah, StonePlease is looking for indicators right now, and he's really desperate for it. He's like, please show me something. Please show me something. Please show me something. Hasn't seen a house. Okay, now he sees a house. It's interesting. He ended up going this direction. He should know now, but now he's going over to the right. I don't know exactly what's going on with him right now. 2 villagers going to gold. Maybe he's more focused on that. Mr. Yo's in the complete wrong direction, too. Yeah, Mr. Yo's missed him. Get it? Like Mr. Yo, because he's missed him? Haha, I didn't even try that. But yeah, Yo doesn't know the 2 militia are going to be coming in. Maybe he'll spot that next to the house there. He's going to be going for a stable with the Franks. And He did spot that. That's amazing awareness. Did end up spotting the little 2 militia and the scout. That could have been problematic once the scout's in feudal. Also, we haven't talked about it, but Franks, not a civ that is played that frequently these days in high-level AoE. So, interesting to see the Franks come back. Yeah, there are 2 more militia for StonePlease, so I was correct on the build. I'd actually love to see a spearman and then the man-at-arms upgrade. Just to get a spearman here to protect these 2 militia. So far, still no man-at-arms upgrade. There it is now for StonePlease. Things are fine here. I like his little walls, but no double bid-axe yet. So hopefully he ends up getting that. He's also clicked the militia behind the barracks, which I'm going to assume was a misclick. And Yo would love to kill this right now. But Yo will see soon that it's 4 men-at-arms. Why is Frank's not played a lot? They're a little one-sided. They used to be their economy that was one of the strongest aspects of their play. But there's so many other civs have been added to the game that have much better economies. Yeah, so they've been power crept. It no longer is getting the free farm upgrade and having cheap castles like huge compared to other civs. And Yo has played pretty relaxed so far, but that's what you expect from him. I swear, I gotta talk to Yo about this formation thing. So look, he'll go box formation, right? But they made a change to the game where if you play, like, if you click in a certain way, they'll move out of formation sometimes. Watch, I'll show you in a second what I mean. There's a setting that Yo could change, but Yo doesn't need any help here. That is a perfect fight, and StonePlease just did not find the timings there. That's why I would have liked a spearman, but, I mean, even with the spearman, maybe Yo takes that fight. Yo clears it up. Yo sends this scout off to the side to scout the other areas of the map. Yeah, watch. He'll go box formation, and then his units will move out of box formation. It's because they made a change to the game, and when you click in a certain way, your units will change formation all the time. Tato and I complained about this behind the scenes massively, because it's annoying as hell. And then they gave us like a launch command to put into the game so that new feature doesn't work. So like, but I'm watching, as a caster, it bothers me. It's like, normal formation, box formation, normal formation, box formation. He's not doing that intentionally. They're moving out of his formation. It's not a big deal. I mean, it bothers me. That's why it's a big deal, but it's really not a big deal. Not like he's making mistakes, per se. It's just kind of a weird thing he's going to have to adapt to. See, look. Box formation, no formation. I got it. I swear I got to tell him how to fix it. Guys, it's really bothering me. If you couldn't tell. Yo's scouts run in. Yo wants that villager on the farm. Nikov says, I really don't get what you're talking about. Look, he's box formation. He's going to move out of box formation, Nikov. That's because he's clicking after a change they made. And they'll move out of formation. I don't know how to describe it. They added a feature where if you click in a certain way, it ignores formation or something. Or I forget what it is. And certain players, like Tato and I, with the way we click and use our control groups, it's constantly taking advantage of that change. I wish I could even describe what I'm saying as well, Nikov. All I know is I never changed anything with how I play the game, and then after one of the changes, the scouts do that. But yeah, StonePlease has not had the start he wanted, and he's in that number one problem you have with the Vikings. Now you're kind of in this one-sided situation where you're stuck on archers and you don't have very good knights. So you would have wanted more harassment. The eco is still fantastic. Yo does have skirms around, though. Yo's going to loop right over to the gold. Good understanding from StonePlease that this pressure is going to be coming in. I like the tower here. But yeah, he can't easily take this fight. Yo really should be parking a skirmisher or on that wood line right now. Skirmishers don't kill villagers quickly, so StonePlease can just try to hang out a little bit. But even just building the tower here does delay the amount of villagers on gold, and this does slow down Castle Age to not be mining gold. Why did they make the change? Apologies, I'm not coming at you guys with more information. They made a change. They added a feature, right? Where you can, I think it has something to do with like ignoring formation or ignoring something if you hold Alt or Control. The majority of players, it hasn't seemingly had an issue, but it must be some old tendency that players who've been around a long time have with how they click and how they play with units. Like, I don't use Alt for anything, really. So I don't think it has anything to do with Alt. I think it has to do with, Control somehow. But yeah, I don't have more info for you right now. Yo is doing some damage here. And StonePlease will still play towards crossbow timing, but a lot of farms have been idled. He actually abandoned the farms on the left, which he should still be working off of. He's going to attempt a rewall over here, but this has been perfect for Mr. Yo. Just setting the tone of the series as well, right? Like, StonePlease would have wanted to really start off strong here and get some momentum. But this has not been the ideal start. There's the APM. He's way faster because he clicks like a madman, but Yo says, I don't care about that. So Viper was complaining about his control groups being weird. Yeah. Again, like, I don't know who it's all affecting. I don't know if it's the same thing. All I know is the devs thankfully did something. They gave me something internally that I can do to ignore that issue after the recent change. I don't know how public it is. I actually need to ask, because I think there's viewers out there who would want to have it themselves. Oh, man, even the scout goes down there for StonePlease, so now he can't easily know what he's running out into. I like the confidence, though. I mean, you have to kill early Castle Age here. And so he's moving forward. There were skirms on the front, so obviously knows that some of that army from Yo is forward. Yo wants elite skirm. Yo also has 2 stables here. Yo's woodline could be a problem here. And there's a palisade wall here. So if that is the only thing stopping StonePlease from getting in, this could get dangerous. Again, StonePlease abandoned a lot of farms, so he didn't have crossbow right away. Yo needs some time to get his skirms back here. This is the perfect spot for StonePlease to sit. He also has the hill right now. Yo might go for a panic town center here. Yo doesn't have a tendency to panic with much, though. And Yo does not seem bothered. Almost doesn't seem worried at all. And StonePlease, I think, just realizes he's not going to be able to do the damage. There might be an army waiting behind, and now he sees the skirms. And Mr. Yo is down here. He's ready to go, and he's got these army trapped in right now. He will have knights, and he'll have elite skirm. This is a big problem for StonePlease. Again, just not the start he wanted here. Yo will actually get to the wrong side of the army here. I'm not sure why his knights went around. You want your knights to the south of the army here. So that's not the best engagement ever for Mr. Yo. But I still expect this to be very good. He'll clear up the army. He might lose a knight or two that he would have wanted to lose, but that is the ideal engagement overall. The crossbows are going to be gone. Then it's knight versus knight, and Frank knights are going to win that fight. And Viking economy is not an issue because the tower earlier, StonePlease can't be on a second TC. So now it feels like StonePlease is stuck right now. He's got a siege workshop, but he can't use it because there's knights out. He's got 1 range. He can't make archers, but he can't really play into that because there's skirms out. Then he pretty much needs knights, but his knights are just worse than the Franks. It is not a good spot to be in right now. Yeah, that fight could have been microed 10 times better for Mr. Yo, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. He's got the army type. Does need to be careful with his skirmishers, though. If he were to lose his skirmishers right now, this could start to unravel a little bit. And he sees the siege. He's also got some monks out behind here. Mr. Yo still 1 town center. Very healthy eco. Very good eco upgrades. I'd expect those town centers soon for Yo. D1000 says, I do hate when my units are spread out already fighting the enemy. I tell them to move forward and they regroup backwards first and then go snipe whatever. Yeah, that's separate from what I'm talking about, but regrouping is still an issue right now. For those that didn't understand what I was talking about while showing Yo's army, I can't really explain much more. I probably need to move on from it. But you'll see him go box formation and out of box formation. That's not his choice. That's the game doing that. And it's constant with Yo. And I hate looking at it. So I need to help him because I like to watch Mr. Yo play. Now these gold villagers are all idled right now. So no gold income for StonePlease. He has to bring some army back here to deal with this. And now engagement on the front. Not the upgrade. Not the upgrades you would need here for StonePlease. He doesn't have the +2 armor, and he doesn't have bloodlines, and his tower's gone down too. It's pretty rare that Yo plays 1 TC like this. But I think he will have recognized that StonePlease can be a really aggressive player. And he just wants to play safe from that. But that was just a perfect game from Mr. Yo. I think the man-at-arm timing wasn't there for StonePlease. And I think he was... I think in many ways, I think he was a little bit rattled. The thing is, the Vil count's actually even. Because of the score, StonePlease maybe thinks that Yo is 3 TCs. That was the scout from Yo. Here's the scouting from StonePlease. Yo put that scout on Auto Scout. So Auto Scout's in chat. That boosts his score by like 700 points. And that was back to the initial fight. He took the initial fight. And then he put that weak scout on Auto Scout immediately. I mean, I still think it's probably soon over. But if I were StonePlease, I would have seen that score. And that would have affected me a little bit more. And there's the APM. The dude's, again, he's the fastest player in the game. He's faster than any other player you could mention. I can show you the stats on it. But not what he won in game number 1. All right, so game 2. Mr. Yo has gone for the Magyars. This can be a big hitter civ. They'll want to do the damage with the free forging upgrade. Now, no eco bonuses for the Magyars. This was before the time that anyone would consider crazy attack on units and good economy. Ketons. I like the Magyars. I think they're a really well-balanced civ. I think it's a good choice here for Yo. I just think that he could have problems if he doesn't get the damage because... Oh, shoot. This is game 2. Here we go. He could have problems if he doesn't get the damage. And the Malay are pretty good if they can wall up here. So I think looking at the map, this is kind of ideal for StonePlease. Watching him manage his Dark Age really bothers me. I can't be convinced that all the things that he did here were necessary. He used his house so his villager wouldn't receive 1 additional hit from the boar. Not necessary, in my opinion. He also now is like tried to shoot it down like really quickly with low amounts of vills. I feel like the overall res collect is going to be affected here. But maybe that's just a case of him being so fast he's trying to do too much right now. And he needs to breathe a little bit, man. I've seen this before for him when he plays in a tournament. And he just isn't able to chill. And I think sometimes that speed could like lead to you trying to do way too much. You need to be solid. You need to be structured. You know, Mr. Yo's taking his time, kind of sticking to the basics. Finishing off the deer, bringing in the boar right underneath the TC. Lots of villagers on it. 9 houses. De-aggroing the boar with a house is bad somehow. I'm just seeing... No. It's not, but it was unnecessary because his villager can take 1 more hit and nothing ever changes. And this boar isn't underneath the TC. And he only had 3 villagers on the boar, which means he has a lot more decay. So I know it sounds like I'm being critical, but the amount of villagers you have on a boar is important. And it looked like he was a little rattled there. But I'm more of a Mr. Yo style player in terms of my economy management, so... Yeah, I've spoken to Vinchester before. The logic behind taking the boars early is obviously to up super fast. And there are lots of deer, so you can compensate. But Mr. Yo is in the... Or not Mr. Yo. Vinchester, for example, is telling me, he's like, 7 minimum on a boar. He's like, if you have anything less than that, you're going to be losing too much food. Now, maybe that thinking has changed. Maybe Vinchester doesn't feel that way, but he certainly did last time we spoke. So anyways, Yo's going to go up. Yo's going to go up. This should be scouts. Everyone's expecting scouts. The Malay can always do something a little bit crazier, though. I think we might see a similar build. Maybe the 2 militia to try and harass. Malay advancing faster to the next stage is kind of difficult to manage. Because sometimes you make it to feudal age so quickly, you don't actually have the resources to handle. the early rush attempt from the barracks. I personally like to just play fast feudal with the Malay. Play into scouts, play into, adapt, and then take the eco lead and run with it. Even though they're good at it, I find opening with militia with Malay to be rather complicated to manage. But yeah, this is clearly his strategy here. This is clearly the exact design that he has set up for the series. He's hoping for this Mouflon to walk back. And when it walks back where it came from, it'll walk underneath the TC. That's really smart thinking. And there we go. Bam. Kill it. Bam. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. There we go. Okay. He's also trying to push in this Mouflon at the same time. That one's kind of stuck by the barracks right now. And that one's going to go back as well. So he kills that too. All right. So Mr. Yo sticking to the basics here. 19 pop scouts. Couple tiny walls in case there's any aggression. Mr. Yo hoping to scout StonePlease right now. He'll find the house and attacks the house and gets nuked by the TC. So half his HP is gone. That's a really big deal here because now that scout can't harass wall villagers. StonePlease doesn't have loom yet, so I guess the villager could still go down. Same issue for StonePlease as last game. He pushed so many deer. He doesn't know where Mr. Yo is, but just like last game, he is going to find him. So loom's on the way for Yo. Yo will overchop these trees here in a second. Okay, so I noticed when he placed the walls there, it was using those wood lines. So remember, there's a tree behind that palisade. Doesn't look like it, but there is. And will the 2 militia get any value? StonePlease could actually run by, but just like the previous game, Yo just walls up the wood line. He's going to go scouts. He's going to try and adapt. And just like the previous game, StonePlease is sending more to gold, and StonePlease might consider more militia. But I don't like it here. I would just play Spearman. Am I the only... Someone says, am I the only one that thinks the rug placement around the town center for StonePlease is really bad? Clear rug advantage for Yo. What are the map scripters thinking? It's true. It's true. The rugs are too far, man. They're too far away from the TC. Sit map win. Let's go next. The StonePlease should just confirm. And he will confirm it's going to be scouts. He did add that 3rd militia. He is going to add the spearman this time. He's still wide open on this side. So if he wants to wall, it'll be rather complicated. Archer range is going up. We'll slowly get the walls down here, but the scouts are going to be out. I like the spear addition. Notice how he pretty much can't get man-at-arms right now. His eco isn't set up for it. But still, Yo has to respect this could eventually be man-at-arms. I don't know. I mean, I feel like StonePlease has been going for these builds that are so much harder. Like, you need to push more deer. You need to be more accurate with your scouting. You need to do all this stuff. And then Yo's just, like, not had any issues with it. The builds have not hit the spots you would have wanted. Just walls in time here, StonePlease. With 2 houses, he'll be completely fine here. Maybe he'll drop the blacksmith. You just can't let those units get through. And Malay do have the villager lead. So full walls for StonePlease. That was critical. And now this could get rather complicated for Yo, because Yo's army's just attacking houses. And now maybe you could see some archers with spears move forward and give Yo some issues. Yo should be dropping an archer range any time now for skirmishers. But Yo will have to play defensive and keep an eye on this, because he's not fully walled yet. What's up, OMT? He's watching the MBL SysCon set on YouTube. And then he realized I was live. Welcome. Yeah, I'll be live this time a lot over the next 2 weeks. So keep an eye out. Pretty much the only day I won't be would be Monday. But King of the Desert almost every day up until Christmas break. I think King of the Desert ends on the 21st. So I'll be casting every day except for Friday. Friday I'm going to do an early community game stream for the community game fans. I just know I'm going to miss a really good set or two on that day. But community games need to happen because it might not have them for a while. So Woodline's walled up for Yo. He'll have some skirmishers here. Still don't feel like this army is going to be all that strong. Yo just attacking the houses here. It should be easy for StonePlease to bring the archers over and force the scouts away. Yo sees them and backs off. Army sneaks back over this way for StonePlease. I think he didn't want to show his army because he knows there's going to be skirms, so he chooses to back up. Every archer's really valuable here. I would just chill. I don't think you need to move out if you're StonePlease. It's interesting as well that he's chosen to go for a tower here. Now, looking at these walls, guys, could have easily taken this gold instead of the main golds and would have never needed a tower. Just these tiny details you could maybe think on. And Yo will be worried that those archers could come in at any point in time. And Yo is worried his opponent's going to click up to Castle Age quickly. Yo's coming forward. There's a mining camp here. Yo wants to build multiple towers. He wants to pressure here. And he wants to pressure with this gold in mind. But he doesn't know there's already a tower up from StonePlease. And as far as defensive towers are concerned, that is pretty much perfect. That can range a lot of this area. And StonePlease can just bring his archers over, put his archers inside of that tower. I don't see his archers right now. Does anyone else see them? Where are they? Archers? Hello? Oh, they're still here. Okay, T90 blind. But, I mean, Yo has fletching. He's going to try and position a tower. He just deleted that one in a location that can disrupt the gold. But StonePlease can just shoot this down. And I think StonePlease should pull back right now to this gold. I think you also start to take this gold because these villagers are going to be disrupted still. Mr. Yo can build multiple towers. That's not the case for StonePlease. And yeah, StonePlease sends his archers inside. That's perfect. A lot of pressure here for the underdog. That is the perfect reaction so far. And Yo will try and pressure the other areas. Now here you might want to wall a little bit towards the town center so this army doesn't break through. That gate is an issue. It's just a palisade gate, though Yo's units aren't all attacking the palisade gate. He's got some attacking the wall, some attacking the gate, some attacking the barracks. StonePlease got a little rattled there. He clicked man-at-arms for a second. I'm not sure if chat caught that, but he was thinking through his options. But he rightly has just thought, let's go to Castle Age. Yeah, this has still affected him. Like, that's a lot more on gold than you would want. Very few farms right now. But he is keeping this army out. And he will make it to Castle Age, and he can adapt a little bit. I'm seeing a player who's a little scattered right now. Not able to take that deep breath. Relax. 30 seconds away from Castle Age. The barracks could go down. The barracks is a weakness. And barracks is a big weakness. I think there might also be a gap there. Okay, he filled the gap. So, really important that he noticed that. He will still be in Castle Age in a moment. He is shooting this tower down. Yo is just going to build another one right behind it. That's a horrible tower for Yo. It's the same result. Yo's towers are a little rusty. He used to be super good at getting the placement down. Yo still has a big feudal age army. StonePlease will have to bring fresh villagers in here to finish this house. StonePlease is getting bodkin for his archers. That bodkin will also mean that this tower gets shot down too. If these archers are microed perfectly, StonePlease is fine. It's a lot of pressure, but Yo is not even on the way to Castle Age yet. Bad timing on those words because he's just clicked up, but still, that's 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes for StonePlease to relax. 2.5 minutes for StonePlease to balance out that eco. 2.5 minutes to get crossbow now and start to take some big fights. He is kind of penned in here a little bit. He'll want to be more aggressive than this. When Yo makes it to Castle Age, Yo's going to be in a position to do a lot, but... Interesting. How is this tower not shooting this? Yo lost some of his villagers here. How is that tower not shooting the other tower? So there's a bug that I thought they fixed where towers just stop shooting sometimes. I guess they didn't fix it. Oh, you're kidding me, dude. Yeah, so towers and town centers just don't attack sometimes. This is horrible. No, come on, man. He is bodkin. That tower should be shot down. But, like, does he not notice? No, come on, man. Don't do StonePlease like this. That's so stupid. That's so bad. He doesn't have the stone to repair it. The tower's not firing. It should be firing. That's so sad to see, dude. Come on. Can we get the thanks DEs in the chat, please? Okay, buys the stone to repair it. But again, he has to notice it's not attacking. It's not clicking in his brain because it should be attacking. It's not attacking at all. And he's expecting it to shoot that down. So frustrating. His crossbows are moving forward. I mean, he has ballistics. If he gets into Yo's base, Yo's going to have problems. But Yo's still harassing him over here, and Yo still has this position now. Ugh. That's so bad. That's so bad. I mean, he's going to have problem. Can someone explain why it stopped attacking? Because it's a bug. It's a bug that is not fixed. It's a known bug that is not fixed. And it's not like a new bug from the most recent patch. It's been a bug from since the patch before. They did not fix it. So StonePlease's tower is not attacking. He should be able to still right-click and attack, but it's not automatically attacking. He should be able to still do it. He didn't notice it, but it shouldn't necessarily be pressure on the player. It's just the bug that has screwed him up, and that's such an important situation. This area should be cleared right now. This should be completely cleared. It's not, and now Mr. Yo's got position on this wood line, too. So, I mean, it's a big villager lead for StonePlease. But ironically, he needs stone. He needs map control. And he's surrounded by skirm. So he needs something more. He's going to make elephants. A couple elephants can probably push this back. He's done a great job despite the bug. He hasn't lost any vills. Yo has moved over to the forward gold tier. So Yo's like in an all-in state. Yo ever gets found there, it could be game over. And StonePlease has actually moved forward with an elephant as well, which I really like. He's actually done a sick job. He's just kind of delaying having to deal with this so he can pressure. And with ballistics, he should win these fights pretty easily. StonePlease can still win this game. The crossbows are hungry. It'd just be lovely if StonePlease could have some awareness on the gold situation. He gets over here, it's game over. Is he going to check with that scout right now? Oh, he sees it. If he comes this way, Yo has big problems. He sees it. I mean, Yo does have the knights, and Yo knows that he can't lose his gold. But he's bringing his army back, or looping that army home. He doesn't have it here in time. Ballistics is in. The knights aren't enough. And StonePlease is going to make Yo say gold, please. Villagers are running. They're like, come here, skirmishers, please. Oh, God, and now StonePlease is exposed on the front. What are these vills doing out here? Horrible moments for both players. Let's not forget StonePlease will run out of gold. He can't take his main gold. His stone is on the front. Villagers are leaving his base. Skirms have come home for Yo. Yo is off gold, but he could shift back to this gold. He honestly doesn't need gold if he wants to make skirmishers. But, I mean, it still feels like a good position for StonePlease to be in if he can bring those elephants forward. These crossbows are running away. It is 55 villagers. I so hope StonePlease wins this game because that tower situation is tilting for me. That is so unfortunate. That is so bad. Again, realistically, could have noticed maybe and clicked. I'm aware of how the bug works. It happens to me in my games too sometimes. But there's a lot of pressure here, and you just assume maybe he just assumed it was out of range, right? Look at the micro from StonePlease. Really good micro on the hill. Elephants are storming forward. But Yo has saved most of those vills that ran away and is on this gold now. It is pretty poor timing that yesterday or 2 days ago they announced the DLC, and then now today that bug happens. Like, can we have a bug fixing DLC? Can we have a team game? Can we have a team game party system DLC? That'd be great. Unfortunate. 2 TCs right now for StonePlease. He did deny this tower, so he could maybe still push that position back. He goes in with the elephants. Yo has the monk there. But StonePlease is right back. He's right back, headed towards the gold. Yo's still behind by 20 vills now. And Yo still doesn't have a second town center here. And Yo has not been able to get the aggression in, man. Not the aggression that he has needed. I think StonePlease can win this fight. That monk cannot get a conversion here. Yo knows it. But the elephants are still super tanky, right? Because the elephants are tanky, he's going to clear up most of the knights. Now that the crossbows are gone, though, a conversion can happen. I still think that's a very acceptable fight for StonePlease. There's not many things that can take good trades against Magyar Knights, but Malay Elephants is one of them. And StonePlease is cooking right now. 20 on stone. 20 on stone for StonePlease. I think he wants a castle over here so he can take this gold back. He would drop a third town center now. It's got so many elephants. Can we get some Haymans in chat? Classic Legend of the Liar? I miss that guy, man. I wish he continued to play. It's so sad to me that that whole situation happened and there were never any follow-ups after that. That stuff was so funny. You'd pick Malay and say, hey, man, I meant to pick Magyar, and their opponent would be like, oh, Malay are good, too. He's like, I don't know what to do with this div. I only meant to play Magyars. and then he'd go elephants. Fast castle elephants on their face. He was a really solid player. I just don't think Yo's going to have enough to break it. Like, if you are this far behind in economy, you need to have an army lead, and he doesn't have it right now. Now, the You Got Douche guy was a different person. They did actually play each other once, though. So, you're thinking in the right ballpark. Forward castle to end the game. Let's go, StonePlease. This is good because then we don't have to worry about that bug having a big effect on the game. He's bringing the villagers forward. It is a little risky, possibly unnecessarily risky. I'm concerned that he might not know how big his villager lead is. Is this necessary? This is the energy you want from an underdog, but is this necessary? Yo is converting elephants. Yo is going to have a massive army, and StonePlease is just completely overextended. With a defensive castle, he can adapt and he's fine. But he knows it's Mr. Yo, and he knows he needs damage, and oh, the tilt has got to be real right now. He never had a big enough army there. He could still win the game. But again, it's like just signs that he is really nervous every time I watch him play. And I could see things in like the Dark Age that indicated that. He didn't expect Yo to have 5 monks in all fairness. And he thought that he could use his crossbows to kill whatever monks were there. But he was wrong. The castle's on the way up with 1 villager now. Farming eco's going crazy. Both players could be in a better position with eco upgrades. Tower did end up going down over here. That's an important point. So all these resources can be taken again. Elephants can still beat knights if the engagement actually takes place. Yo can't be around here for very long. That's a TC with Bodkin Arrow and Ballistics. And that castle will complete still for StonePlease. It just needs more crossbowmen again. It's really easy to sit to watch this and say, what are you doing, right? But he's ahead, and he's against Mr. Yo. He had a big army. He wanted to finish the game right there. Because if the game goes on any longer, Mr. Yo usually can figure it out. So, again, guys, Yo's auto-scout with the score as well is really influencing StonePlease's thinking. Like, Yo's score is ahead only because he auto-scouted the map. Look at that. It's the second straight game he's auto-scouted, so you get 100 points per 10% of the map scouted, and he's got 100% scouted against maybe 40, 50, nah, I don't know, 50%. But it really affects you when you're behind in score, because you're constantly looking to see, like, are you ahead in these areas? Score is normally a small indicator in the back of a player's mind on if they're winning. And if you're not ahead in score, and then you're losing villagers like this, gonna have some issues here. Yo has been obsessed with auto scout since day one. Nowadays, you can put any scout on auto scout, but it used to be that you could only have your starting scout go to auto scout, and he would save that really well. He and Viper actually were the only 2 players that did it almost immediately after release at the high level. I don't think he's doing it intentionally to psych anybody out, but I think it has that effect. He's doing it to get scouting on the map. That's basically the main thing, but it has a big effect. And oh no, oh my god, there's a whole tragic, absolutely tragic. Oh my god, dude. Oh, the mentals for StonePlease have got to be so brutal. So brutal, man. I mean, he lost the Vils in the front, the tower situation, the raids from Yo. But he does have a big army headed towards Yo's base again. And most of Yo's army is out in the field. So, not super easy for Yo to manage this. Yo will lose a monk. There's still so many monks. There's also a monk for StonePlease there. They say there's so many monks. There's not that many monks anymore. The StonePlease could still advance forward. A lot of these knights are weak. Elephants need to support these crossbowmen, though. The siege is going to go down. Vil count still 20 villager lead for StonePlease. He has gained a score lead, which is important. StonePlease microing to save his crossbows there from those skirms because ballistics is in. Probably is going to lose his crossbows again. Unfortunately, the elephants are just like super, super slow. If they were as fast as the knight, they'd be broken, right? So Yo's still able to take some decent engagements and just run away from them and then wait for a monk. And Yo does have 3 relics already. He's got more relics around, so we could end up on 5 relics for the long term. StonePlease may be thinking about Imperial Age. And I think the key there will be crossbowman, but he did just lose a lot of his units. So he might get Imp and only have like 8 units upgraded. Which still gives Yo some time. Yo will TC over here. Big woodline and some gold. Already TC'd over here, which I found interesting, but that's good for wood and farms. I feel like the left side is pretty critical for Yo because of all this additional gold. His 4 tiles, but also a neutral gold here. If he can wall this, stone wall between these woodlines is essential. He's got a lot of safe space. That can even be his farming space back there. But yeah, Imp is on the way for StonePlease. But like classic melee, sometimes you make it to Imp too fast. It's not bad to be an Imp, but he's not exactly going to have an army to immediately do damage. Oh, this knight back here, guys. How long has it been here? 9 eco kills. Was this from the original group? I assume this was cleared up, but Yo's in here again. I like this from StonePlease, just clearing up the buildings over here. And StonePlease is going to need to push fast in Imperial Age because the Magyar late game is really hard to stop. Vil count's much closer now. But still, Yo is nowhere near Imp. And he tries to run through. StonePlease gets the quick wall down. The knights are all stacked on each other attacking that house right now. Which, if we want to have a conversation on game state, that is way more possible now. And stacking units is a bit more common at the moment. It's looking good for StonePlease still. He's just made it to Imp. Despite losing 37 villagers, he can win this game. He's got Bracer on the way. Arbalest is king now. I guess he doesn't have Arbalest yet, but the crossbowman will be king. And I think you just stop making elephants. It's been fun to see you, elephants. But now your composition is archers and halps. Of course, you have a weakness against skirms later on. But we are still a long way from skirms being a problem. Mr. Yo kind of debating on what to do here because he's still not on the way to Imp. He doesn't have a defensive castle. This is tough. And Arbalest is on the way. StonePlease has 4 ranges on the map. Producing. It'll be up to 15 units soon. This is not walled on the left or castled. StonePlease. Now would be a time. Once you have Arb, once you're on the front, now you go for the forward castle on his face. That would be the perfect play here. He's rolling forward with the Treb right now. He will find this TC. I mean, you could just Treb the town center, I guess. I think the only thing Yo does then is he runs to the left. Treb's still rolling around, unsure on where to go. It's a bit weird to just roll forward with a Treb and not know like what your target is. So I don't know exactly what StonePlease is thinking at the moment. If he just kept the Treb on the hill and focused for a castle on this hill, he'd be Trebbing this down right now, but he didn't see it. StonePlease needs to commit to something. And Yo's Imperial HTC is here in the middle. But he should be safe because this Trebuchet is just going to go for this town center. StonePlease knows that Yo's about to raid. He doesn't want those knights to... He knows the knights can't be here, and he doesn't want the knights in his eco. So, big quick walls from him here. Big castle. This castle should defend himself. That's very good reaction. Perfect decision. And a lot of additional house walls, too. All that pressure gets funneled in towards castles. Yeah, Yo gets to run now. Yo gets to run because they chopped through that wood line, which he'd never planned on, but it worked out. Yo's just going to go Cavalier, but with what golds? He doesn't have the left side anymore. That's where his gold is. He can't take the front. That's where his gold is. Yo does not have access to a lot of golds. He will have to sell his stone. It's that bad. That additional stone needs to be sold for knight production and for the upgrades. And now there's another trebuchet here from StonePlease. I mean, you can still tell that he's a little scattered. And it gets a little crazy with this guy. But he's so good, right? Because so many things had gone wrong in this game. Like, as I hate to see trebuchets wasted, but so many things have gone wrong for him in this game that really shouldn't have. Like, the holes in the wall, the tower being bugged. But he's playing it fantastic. He's almost 200 pop. Like, he just explodes in population. And he's far ahead enough now where I think he can get important upgrades to switch into Halb. That's the MTC for Yo. TC stays up at 180 HP. Yo wasn't even repairing it. But yeah, Yo needs to plan for life without gold. And actually, the fact that he didn't repair it means he can't hide inside of this, so he'll lose a couple vills. Also, these villagers were found on the left side, and Yo's villagers are stuck in a choke point. He's hoping to finish that TC, and that will all be denied. StonePlease has another Treb. He has a bombard cannon. He'll drop a castle at the top of the hill. This is for the kill shot here, and Mr. Yo still can't get close to this to engage. Armor isn't in yet. His knights will go down here. His villagers are dying over here. His castle is getting trebbed here. StonePlease, who upset Dogao in the first rounds, and then Dogao and Yo kind of talked some smack to Dogao. There were some conversations about it in a ranked game, which I'll talk about. Yeah, StonePlease is going to tie it up. And Yo's going to find himself in the same situation that Dogao was against StonePlease, 1-1 after 2 games. Really nice performance. And hopefully this could calm the mind a little bit. Because he's an incredible player when he gets rolling. But this game should have been so over. That tower should have never stayed up for Yo. StonePlease should have never been in such a chaotic position. But it just ended up being so because he didn't have the left side of his base. He's in such a good position now. There are some raids over here from Yo. And Yo's going for Elite Mag or Hussar now. So that's something to do without gold. Because with Corvinian Army, your unique unit doesn't cost gold anymore. But you need your castles for that. And StonePlease is going to build gates. He's going to build a barracks. All in front of this. He didn't get the timing right. So he will lose a bombard cannon. I mean, Mag or Hussar have a crazy bonus against siege. So maybe Mr. Yo can just delay this. He tries. But there's still too much pressure here. And now he's actually built the barracks and the gate, so it blocks the pathing even more. Mr. Yo will town center this golds. Mr. Yo soon going to run out of stone to repair this. He has to do something different here. He will try some side raids just to make it awkward. But look at the amount of outposts StonePlease has. He's got like 3 outposts on screen, so he can see that. He'll build more barracks to block it off. He also will have Halb out. Halb with almost full upgrades, too. Interesting game. Really interesting game. So my assessment on a player like StonePlease is he's so good in the mid game. I don't think he needs the early game shenanigans. Like both games, he's trying to do like a lot in the early game. I think if he just has a little bit of confidence, and confidence is going to come with results, right? And he just kind of has a smooth early game. If he were to just copy Yo's builds, how good would he be in early Castle Age? But maybe it doesn't suit his style. Yo down to 1 castle. Really tough for Yo to make enough elite Magyar Hussar now. The other unit he could try is Skirms. But, I mean, Skirms, when you're going to have no Magyar Hussar, then means the Malay can make elephants again. And, like, they can make Karambit warriors. Yo's going to raid on the left side. But there's just castles and buildings everywhere. And StonePlease is never surprised because he has vision with the outposts. Yo loses his castle. Yo loses his treb. Yo will build another castle. And Yo is never going to resign, it seems. Yo's like, there's still a chance. I think StonePlease just needs to continue forward with the main army. That's it. The side stuff you can kind of shrug off a little bit. Just advancing forward through the middle. That's where the 6 relics are, too. So that should tell you you want to push here. Yeah, monasteries dropped. 2 monasteries, actually, so we can get those relics as quickly as possible. Yeah, and when you see the skirmisher switch, too, you can just take down the ranges. Makes it tougher for Yo to get the numbers out. Finding this stone is pretty nice for another castle soon. Mr. Yo just placed a mill. So these farmers can go back to work, but this is not ideal working conditions for Yo. Monks are already on the way from somewhere for StonePlease. So he built monks from the defensive monastery, and then he built 2 forward monasteries to get the relics too. Yeah, Yo could lose another castle. Initially, StonePlease with the 1 or 2 trebuchet situation was a little infuriating, but now he's gotten to 4. So you could lose 1 or 2. You're still going to have enough trebs to pressure. Snipes Yo's trebuchet again. Yo is dead. Yo is dead. Yo just wants to fight on, which is his right. He's had a really good fight this game. He was super far behind in Vils, and somehow this went to Imp. And Imperial Age is what StonePlease wants to avoid against this guy. A castle going up for Yo, for StonePlease. Yo hoping to steal those relics real quick. Yo could still lose his castle, though. StonePlease will definitely complete this castle. There's nothing to deny that. The skirmishers are there, but once the castle's up, they can't be around here anymore. And the bombard cannons are flattening them as well. Yo's like, don't mind if I do. It's only fair. Yo collected them. You got to give him 1. Feels like a good deal. But yeah, there's no damage to be done on the left. There's halbs everywhere. There's very little damage to be done on the right because Yo doesn't have any army there. But Mr. Yo still just holds on for an extra second or 2 here. Giving me time to say thanks for watching, guys. But yeah, I think this is huge for the mentality for StonePlease. Reminding himself how quality a player he is. It's also not like he's beating a weak Civ for Yo. This is Yo's 2nd Civ pick. So there's definitely lots of positives to work with here. And at least in this game, he's going to have lots of relics now. There were 7 relics on this generation. You can have 5, 6, or 7 relics. It does depend on the game. And there's also additional golds. There's more neutral golds on this map than normal Arabia. I think Yo will have to call it here. I would say full Karambit Warrior is also an option for StonePlease. We could see elephants again. I mean, Yo can't stop this. He's just going to lose his final castle, which means no more Magyar Hussars. And GG. So now is when... In the first game, it was nothing, right? Because the guy lost. But now, this is where everyone goes, ooh, such speed. Look how fast he is, dude. 470 APM. What was happening? What was happening? I don't get it. I don't get it. The dude's a maniac. At times, when it got stressful, you could tell that he was scattered. He wasn't able to relax the game, but he was able to settle it down. He did have great economy, and despite the bug, despite that big issue with the tower, He's able to get the win. Really, I think for Yo going forward wasn't actually worth it. Like, he went forward. He didn't end up denying the golds. There was also a backup gold for StonePlease. And then Yo was way later to Castle Age because he ended up going forward. So I think that's just the worry when you're up against the Malay and they get the full wall. Yo is concerned he would die in early Castle Age, so he tried to do a lot in Feudal. If he didn't go forward, what else happens? He maybe still dies to early Castle Age crossbow timing. It's just what the Malay are good at. So the second I saw the map, I was like, man, StonePlease just needs to wall and chill a little bit. And that's what he did. But yeah, Mr. Yo will know. He can lose a game or two. Losing the best of five is a whole different story. Okay, we're in the game, but we have a pause immediately. This is probably for nothing major. There's no way they would find out if there was a bug at the start. So we'll probably continue on here. Wu for StonePlease. Malians for Yo. Both players with a nice back gold.
Yes.
Looks like they were lagging there. Both players with some exposed berries on the front. So actually, kind of similar. Kind of similar map gens. I think the wood lions are a little bit tougher for Yo to lock down in some ways. Having these two back wood lines on the sides is nice. I guess you could say the stone is a good option for StonePlease too. But StonePlease, yet again, bringing in the early boar. That's been his thing. Brings in the boar faster than Mr. Yo. You do lose some of the boar, right, guys? Because there's always decay. So if you don't have as many villagers on the boar, you won't get the food. You won't get as much overall food, but you will get the food faster. So if he wants a fast build, or if he's respecting the lame, that could be the reasoning why. You know, we haven't talked about laming, but people need to be laming more, man. And if StonePlease is lucky, he will see the boar. He will have 2 sheep, and he will have a boar. That boar is super on the front. That might as well be StonePlease's. And this is sick for the underdog. And meanwhile, Mr. Yo's like, da, 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 let's push in deer, let's chill. He doesn't know his boar's on the front. That's a crazy boar. Again, in the past, certain scripts had made it so the boars are never on the front because, you know, it can be pretty brutal. That is very brutal for Yo. That boar was in Narnia. And now, I mean, this affects Yo. He's lost 2 sheep. There's not actually many more deer around. The deer are kind of spread out. He doesn't see this one. There's no restarts to be called, guys. You got to play it. Yo will maybe barely make it to Feudal Age here, but he needs 1 more deer to do it. There are no restarts. Also, StonePlease has everything on food right now. Everything. Nothing on wood, which is extremely rare. So he's going to have his 3rd boar right now because he's got 1 from Yo, 1 of his own underneath the TC, and now he's bringing in his next one. And now he's going to wood. Interesting build. Yeah, in the past, when map generations were, like, worse and I guess people had more time on their hands, we would have restarts, but there's no need for a restart here. There's nothing wrong with the map. The boar's unfair. Like, I think players are going to complain and say boars should spawn to the sides of the back if that happens to them, but that's just how it goes. And you as a player should factor that into how you play it. Pushing a deer instantly is a risk. And yeah, he doesn't even know his boar was out there. So now he's assuming that if there was a spot for the boar, it would be here or here. Maybe he got really unlucky, but he probably could assume he's been lamed right now. I want to see StonePlease try Fast Castle here. I want to see Fast Castle, John Swordsman. I really do. You've got so much food. You've got so much sheep. You can wall up so easily here, too. Like, play Phosphorus style. It would be so good. You also could just go Feudal Age, I guess. Still play normal. Maybe you don't need to take the risk. He did just beat Yo playing Standard. Yo's trying to go archers. Will he have the food to click up to Feudal Age? This is looking rough. I think he'll have to idle after Loom a little bit, and he can click up. The StonePlease likely going to go up. He did get Loom really early. I'm not really sure why. He brought the villager out with Loom. Maybe he was expecting Yo to come block the boar. And he wanted the Vil there. Oh my god, StonePlease forgot his building. The classic. The classic. He's got so much food, he didn't need to build a mill. And he can't go up to feudal age because he forgot it. Oh, man. Oh, I've been there. Usually it's an issue with the Mongols. But here it's an issue because he lamed so much. Damn. So now he's going to be slower to the next stage, suffering from success. I don't think that was part of his plan. Now he's up. Okay. So this still just feels like kind of like a scout build. We'll see how much he sends to wood, though. If he doesn't send anything to wood here, guys, this might be fast castle. And maybe it was planned. Maybe it was planned that he was late to the mill because he didn't need it. Yeah, this is fast castle. He also found 2 more ibex over here to push in. So he wants fast castle. He wants to build a blacksmith and a market. And then he will build the barracks on the way to Castle Age to go for John Swordsman. I think that's the play here. Would love to see this actually just walled up. 2 palisades prevents any activity around the outside. Yo is going to go archers. Yo has no scouting on any of this. And you could tell Yo's affected. Yo can't really get double bit axe right now. So he's going archers, expecting the standard play from Wu, which is man-at-arms. People saying gold without, fast castle without gold. Yes, it's a phosphor build. I've made dozens of videos on the phosphor shenanigans. And John Swordsman was the first thing that Phosphor and I talked about back when the DLC got introduced. Now, they have been nerfed. Their train time's been nerfed. But yeah, he'll just sell the stone, and then he'll get enough gold to click up, and he'll take gold later. There's no need to take gold right now. Okay, so Yo knows now. Yo knows 100%. How is he going to react to this? You see a market and a blacksmith. You know what that means. I think towering here could be decent. You could hit the wood line, and you're also near the gold. Feels like you maybe need to try something. Yeah, StonePlease is up. So, again, the barracks just needs to be completed by the time you're in Castle Age. That's the key here. You don't need it any other time. Walls on the backside for StonePlease. StonePlease walls here. StonePlease will leave the berries. Shouldn't be an issue. Yo doesn't even have fletching. And then you can buy food in the future now that you're going to be on gold. So far, so good for StonePlease. Obviously, this is helped by the fact that he lamed. The lame makes this a perfect scenario for this. Without that, it would have been more complicated. Guys, John Swordsman just completely wrecked archers. Yo needs to full stonewalled home. I don't know how much experience Yo has, like, playing against this stuff. But yeah, you need full walls. Like, big-time walls, because your base is going to be destroyed. Starting scout for StonePlease here to pick off an archer. And he should get it, and he can run away. That's so good for StonePlease. And there's the barracks. Once the barracks completes, you also get a little bit of food for the Wu. With enough villagers here, it should be completed. And 1 or 2 John Swordsmen clear all of Yo's army. And can get into Yo's eco right now. Damn. Guys, this would be crazy. If he upsets Dogao and then Mr. Yo, and on the most popular map in Age of Empires 2, Arabia. It's not like some map where people could say, oh, but it's a crap map, you know, no respect. No, this is Arabia. It would be ridiculous. Yo's planning on trying to get to Castle Age, but this needs to be fully walled. It needs to be fully walled now. And the first John Swordsman should honestly avoid these archers and just, if this is open, get there first. Now, I'm curious how quickly StonePlease goes forward for the kill, because Phosphor goes siege immediately. And I think I can say it now. StonePlease has been practicing with Phosphor, okay? He's been practicing. This is like clearly from experience. And I think I can also say that when I've been saying that there's been these tricks that people had up their sleeve, Wu FC was at the top of the list. If it's Siege Workshop right now, and he starts to pressure Yo's TC, Yo might not even make it to Castle Age. Yo's still chasing the scout. Jean Swordsman will not be able to break through. This is where like a lot of people who aren't experienced with the strategy, they were just knocking on the walls and Yo can hold. But the siege being there immediately is sick. I would go Mangonels. Siege Tower is actually an option to send them over top of walls, though, and that would be game ending. But if Yo places a couple House Layers or something, then it might not work. Let's see. Also, Scout's still saved by StonePlease, so we can still scout the map. Does Yo see the Siege Workshop? He does not. So he doesn't actually know there's going to be a Siege Tower. You get through with any of these, and Yo has problems, guys. Remember, Wu Infantry regenerates, too. So, like, this little damage does nothing, because it's just the HP comes right back. Oh, boy. Now, if you made a Mangonel, you roll over here, you kill the whole wood line, you deny the stable, it's still probably game over. You go Siege Tower, your units can get trapped. But there he goes. He's through, and Yo didn't see it at all. Yo had no clue. Yo had no clue that was coming. I mean, he would have needed a lot of houses, a big reaction there. Jean Swordsman get through. They walk right on by, kill the archers, head over to the gold. Yo needs walls everywhere. Still hasn't lost any vills. And still could go knights. So, this could be worse. Like, the archers weren't actually important. I'm a little concerned for StonePlease. But if he adds a monastery now, he's fine. He should understand there's a stable here. There will be knights. Adding monks would be a good play. Still no monastery, but that could come. Mangonel's rolling over. There's the monastery now. Yo's gold is protected. Yo's woodline is protected. Yo does not see the Mangonel. The Mangonel's still over here, though. I think he's worried he'll lose the siege, maybe, because there could be knights from Yo. Yo's going to go double monastery. I mean, Yo hasn't lost many vills. He lost one. Yo has the villager lead. Yo is going to make the occasional knight and also some monks. This is winnable for Yo. This is winnable. I mean, the pressure timing is insane, but this is adaptable with a couple conversions. Losing the wood line now would be horrible. Yo is going after the siege tower. He does not know about that Mangonel. That's such a big play for StonePlease. This is so big. Yep, he needs to run now. He needs to run. One villager goes down. He'll bring his knights back. He loses... StonePlease loses the Jean Swordsman. He kills a couple vills. He will lose the Mangonel. Yo lost 3 more villagers there. Yo also had to garrison his monks there because of that Jean Swordsman. That Jean Swordsman needs to be deleted now. Yeah, that's a conversion. Yo's mining camp. He's repairing it, but he needs wood for this. He's run out of wood. He's run out of wood. He's run out of wood. He just bought wood. More Jean Swordsmen are going to be running in. More conversion attempts coming for for Yo, sorry. And the Jean Swordsman just keeps spamming. And again, that's another delete that has to happen. That's another conversion there. StonePlease's economy is okay, but it is still exposed. He will have his own monks now. And I can't tell. Does anyone know if this is a new siege tower or an old siege tower? I don't know if he saved the initial one or if he made a new one. I think he must have made a new one. It looked like Yo was going to focus fire down the other. Guys, what Yo needs to do is counterattack with these Jean Swordsmen. He needs to just send him back to StonePlease's eco, because StonePlease has nothing there. You got one going over right now. It doesn't regen, though, because you're not the Wu, which is kind of a scam. But it is the Wu bonus, not the Jean Swordsman bonus that it regens. This is how you get close to monks. This is how you get into the gold. Can he... Okay, Yo quick walls it, but can't you send the Jean Swordsman over? Nope, not anymore. You might not like it. But this is what peak Age of Empires 2 looks like in 2025. They made the siege tower cheap. And, oh, one made it through. One made it through. Oh, but he can't get back, and he might get converted. Now, the siege tower should just escort the John Swordsman in towards the monks. And then the monks can't convert the siege tower from distance. So, yeah, now the monks have to run. StonePlease converts and seals the vills. And now he can get back inside the siege tower. This is ridiculous. It's so fast. It's so tanky. You could just roll around underneath the TC like it's nothing. Might lose it now, though. It's on 10 HP. And, oh, he loses it. Now the monks can convert again. Bill count's still even. Massive military lead for StonePlease, though. Oh, some villagers died still on the golds. Monks are... Oh, he got atonement. They both got atonement to convert the other's monks now. And StonePlease gets conversions. It's going to be 2-1 StonePlease here, guys. 2-1 StonePlease against Mr. Yo, who's in top 5 in, like, every single tournament. Oh, the absolute scenes, dude. The absolute scenes. Yo will drop a castle now on the very back. He obviously can't let this be denied. He wants to go Gebetto, which should be good. It should be great against the John Swordsman, but I just don't think it's good against the monks. And against everything else. I don't think his eco's good enough. But we'll see. StonePlease should start to think a little bit more about economy now. Because he's done enough damage. He's got a big army. I'd like to see the occasional farm. I'd like to see that. If you're not doing that, you obviously continue to pressure. And I guess what you pressure is you pressure the TC. So, Scout will get converted. John Swordsman are going to roll in. But yeah, this is legit. Is it cheesy? Maybe. Is it ridiculous? Absolutely. Is it effective? No doubt about it. And the siege tower could still just roll in at any point in time underneath the TC. See you later. They're so... like, they need to be nerfed. 100%. The speed is crazy. The HP is ridiculous. Of course, they made them cheaper as well 2 patches ago, which is where it really started to go up. But it completely, like, infantry and siege towers completely neutralizes monks in a way that infantry would never have a way of doing otherwise. And so Yo's monks can't leave right now. Yo's monks cannot leave. Yo's headed this way for a counter of some kind. StonePlease will maybe spot this, but he's got his monks around. Unless Yo can run to his base. That would make things interesting. Yeah, I think he's expecting the counter. He's dropping a monastery here. That's smart from Yo, because it's really hard for StonePlease to damage him because of the castle. Yep, monks are still chasing. Conversion attempts now. And Yo didn't notice initially. 1 conversion happens. 2 conversions happen. That's really good. And now here, Ram is being attacked by the Gebetto. And the John Swordsman has something to say about that. And the John Swordsmen show up. And they'll be right back into that tower. And they're going to say, see ya. And peace out of here. And she's going to repair the tower. Yo's monastery's on 20 HP. So he does save that. But his counterattack doesn't do too much. And now we got monks over here from StonePlease to disrupt the wood line. Guys, with these phosphor strats, it was only a matter of time, right? It was only a matter of time. And Phosphor has been training with people. He didn't play in this tournament himself, but he's been training these strats with players in the tournament. I don't think it'll be the last time we'll see this stuff attempted. Viper did it. I mean, Viper did it with the Hindustanis, which was kind of new. Oh, man. New for at least someone like Viper. Bengalis has been seen many, many times before in other tournaments. This is a cool strategy and a crazy strategy. The John Swordsman got into that gold underneath the castle, and the siege tower is able to wheel away now. Crazy value from that tower. And crazy value from the monks. Is there anyone who's new here watching Age of Empires 2 for the first time? Because I hope not. Normally I hope so, but if this is the first game you've seen, I'd like to apologize. This is not normal, okay? This is not your average AoE 2 experience. So if you play the game, do not expect this. Okay, no first time chatters, but yeah, it's unique. I think repairing the tower is a pretty important aspect of this, StonePlease. Might want to wheel away here. 4 HP. I wonder if any of the upcoming DLC civs are going to have like a siege heals bonus. Can you imagine healing siege towers with infantry inside? I maybe shouldn't say that. I don't want to give anyone any ideas. We've already got infantry regenerating for free. With no text in Feudal Age and Castle Age and Imp. I mean, the thing I'll say about Yo's army is it is absolutely devastating if it can get a good engagement. It kills very quickly. So, if StonePlease were to just completely overlook controlling his monks, which I wouldn't expect because he's doing such a good job, but if that were to happen once, he could start to lose everything here. Siege tower was repaired. There's a monk from Yo we forgot about. John Swordsman say, see you later. Yeah, there's the Gebetto. This is a dangerous amount of Gebetto now. And Yo still got gold. Yo still got castle. I think, like, I don't know. Should Yo just take his time here? Oh, no, he comes in. He's engaging now. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Yo is losing villagers on his gold, though. That's not good. But maybe StonePlease needs to consider units other than monks now. But sometimes you're too committed. Oh, he can't get back to his tower. Bro, he can't get back to his tower. He's trying desperately to get back to his tower right now. Get in, get in, get in, get in. Run, 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 run. No! No! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Villagers are dead. Siege tower's dead. Gebetto are wrecking right now. And we have ourselves a game still. This is where the panic could start to set in for StonePlease. It's so tough for him to know where to pressure, right? Because there's a castle. The gold's protected by that. The woodline's kind of been protected by that. He hasn't been able to kill Yo. Gebetto was a great choice. Second TC now for StonePlease. But it's like only monks. The monks need to be converting perfectly here. And if you don't, everything dies. Oh, God. No way. Yo's got 2 more monks killed. Okay, you ready for this? Yo needs a siege tower. I'm serious. Yo, the best play for Yo right now is a siege tower. He needs to put his Gebettos into 2 separate towers and roll up to the monks. That is the play. Don't laugh. It's not funny. That's the world we live in right now. That is the meta. Now, Yo's not going to do it because he doesn't like that crap, but it is the play right now. No joke. You move so fast, it protects you underneath TCs. It's just not something Mr. Yo really does too much of. So, yeah. Yeah, look, Gebettos shouldn't be convertible from range. If you have a siege tower, it's not a thing. Over here, conversions are happening. But the Gebetto mass is crazy, and it's going to be Cav Archers for StonePlease. I like the thinking. It takes some time to get upgrades on them and mass them, but he needs something other than monks eventually. He's falling apart, guys. He's falling apart. Yo is held. Yo is held so nicely. Yo is booming. He's on 2 TCs. And he sees the rest of the monks. He'll kill these monks too. A couple Gebetto will be converted, but it's worth it to kill that many monks. No way. No way. How is Yo doing this? And it's just the nature of these all-ins is if your push gets stopped once, you just completely unravel. And Yo's fights have been so good. Come on, Yo. Make a siege tower, though. Make a siege tower. Seriously. It would be amazing. It'd be amazing against the Cav Archers, too. There's Cav Archer switch is coming in full force here. 2 ranges at home. That's not enough. That's not enough. Yo kills 1. Yo kills 2. Yo kills 3. I mean, the ranges are right there, too, so you can't hop out with the Cav Archers because the Gebettos can kill them instantly. Oh, that's 2 free kills. Oh, Stone, please. Stone, please. He's completely falling apart, and Yo holds on, man. Crazy game. Crazy game. How many of you guys would have resigned much earlier in this game? It's okay. You can tell me. I already know. I would have considered it myself at times. But he got to Gebetto, and he was just patient, and he was waiting for the proper fights, and eventually they came to him because the monks were in so many different spots. And now StonePlease is completely crumbling. Like, his units keep running into the Gebetto. He doesn't have the map control, and Yo's just in a rhythm right now. These Gebetto have 38 kills. 38. And he's going to get arson so he could destroy buildings faster. Damn. This is also, on the topic of phosphorus strats and stuff, this is one of the civs that has given the infantry fast castles the biggest problems. Because of Gebetto. Gebetto they do melee attack from range. They're very quick. Malians have a pretty nice eco. I think StonePlease would have in many ways been happy with this type of game state had he not gone fast castle, right? Like, you're on Cav Archers. Vil counts even. I think he would take that, but the flow of the game is all for Mr. Yo right now. He's getting upgrades he never had before. His Gebetto will get even stronger. And I see a siege workshop at home. So that could be for a siege tower. Give him a taste of his own medicine. Oh, man. More villagers going down. Just cannot keep up with these Gebetto. They're so strong. And Yo's gonna make scorpions. Bro. Yo, if you win this game, 9 out of 10. But it would be 10 out of 10 if you make a siege tower and put your Gebetto inside and run after the Cav Archers. It would be about sending a message more than anything. But the scorpions help against the CA. All jokes aside, Gebetto are free over here. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they'll go back in. John Swordsman from earlier. He's still out there. He was converted. He finds the gold. That is where Yo is going to bring most of his attention, possibly. With the Gebetto. And Yo, 7 villager lead now. And the Gebetto will be in the back. StonePlease has to build a whole line of houses to stop them from pathing that way. He really needs a TC here, because you can't allow Yo to come back out this way. We do build houses faster, so those houses went up pretty fast. That was impressive. Cav Archers are all on the way. If he can clear this army, then things get interesting. Let's see if he can clear this army. Look how fast the houses go down. But, the gold. Oh, man. Yeah, the Gebettos just came right over here. Yo knows those Cav Archers are coming this way. And Yo found an amazing raid. 20 villager lead now for Mr. Yo. It just feels like this is the game that could decide the series. Even though it's not finished. So well played from Yo to turn this around. So well played. He will lose his Gebetto now. Actually, no, he won't. He can still escape. There's still maybe a hole from earlier. I can't tell. Cav Archers should be able to chase this down, and they have ballistics now, too. Yeah, Yo, this was re-walled, but Yo could take the palisade wall and run away. The palisade wall should be two-shotted here. Hello? Yo? There we go. He still loses a lot. Yeah, so Yo needs different army now. Cav Archers were a good switch. It just took time. Yo's economy is fantastic behind this, and he does have the defensive scorpions with ballistics. Nice shot from StonePlease. I bet you he really wishes he had a town center on this gold earlier. Because if a town center was there, maybe the Vil count's only like 15 or something. But Yo is going to click up to the Imperial Age soon. From there, I would expect him to play into Cav. I'd expect stables and like light Cav maybe. Honestly, with how open the base is, I think Farimba light Cav could be really strong. But StonePlease now has the control again. What a fun game, man. This has been so cool. And Yo's going to get those cav upgrades. TCs are up over here. StonePlease doesn't know about any of this. So this was never here before. And Yo could see him coming in. And Yo's got Scorpions here, just like he's got Scorpions here. So now StonePlease needs Siege again, so he'll go for a Mangonel. That is an awful lot of economy to find. That's a lot of farms. And Gebetto actually make it in again. So I guess he ran right through that same little gap. Yo kills more villagers than StonePlease was just able to, with amazing value. And he doesn't even need these Gebettos to necessarily kill much to be happy with this. This is still... like, just pulling all the army back for StonePlease is awesome, and he's finding the villager kills. Look, StonePlease, he tries to get some damage. He'll find a villager kill, but now 3 Scorpions with ballistics. He has to back away. Even this group of Gebetto, 22 kills, 15 villager kills. Yo's Gebetto's got crazy value, and there's the stables now. And now there's more Scorpions, but there is a Mangonel. But Yo can see that with the outpost, so he's aware. I actually think he's fine with losing a little bit of control here. He'll want a castle in the middle now, I think. Protect that gold, take that stone. This area you just abandon for now. The StonePlease chasing this down. What a game. What a crazy game. Wonder what StonePlease is thinking when he sees Imp. I'm sure he's already felt for a while that he let this one slip away. Imp might just confirm that. It will take Yo some time, but the issue for StonePlease is the same issue that he had before. Yo has set up his base perfectly, so it's so tough to receive damage. It's like Yo doesn't even... he won't even fight the army because it's not really doing much. Like, he's got eco protected everywhere. He could just go raid. Like, you just said like having here. It's wide open. Yo is a master of base structure. He's really good at that. And that's why StonePlease was all over the place with his army before. Oh, Yo with a quick house. The Scorpions will get some shots. And yeah, Yo's eco can breathe. Just waiting for that castle now. He has the full armor for the light cav. Yo is going to try a forward castle here to end the game. Go up 2-1. It's not for Rimba light cav, so it's only 7+1 attack. I would say a safe castle is probably fine. But no, he's thinking offensively with it. He'll drop the castle there. Yeah, that's fine. That's in the middle. That protects the map. That'll take those relics. And StonePlease can't stop it. And StonePlease is now in the never-ending cycle of death. Because his current army can't stop this. So he needs more army. Now he switches to pikemen, which is the right call. But that just takes him further and further from the Imperial Age. And there's Farimba, guys. +5 attack added to the cav. And it's an army that only costs food. Yo's just going to raid him to death now with a cheap army. Over here, these cav archers, they'll die to these Scorpions. StonePlease probably can't focus on that anymore. StonePlease is on the way to Imp. But down go the villagers there. Villagers are just going to really just die everywhere. The cav archers might not die. I still think they'll die, but maybe the army survives for StonePlease, but he will have villagers being raided everywhere. It's impossible now. Crazy hold from Mr. Yo. And I think I've been seeing some people say throw for StonePlease. I think it's a little harsh. I can understand the feeling. I'm going to explain what the issue was. I'm going to explain what the problem was and what Yo did a fantastic job of. But Mr. Yo was taken to the brink. He had to use every single thing he had in him to hold on here. And he will win this game. This will be 2-1 Yo. Maybe StonePlease still takes it to the 5th game. We don't know yet. But I've seen it over the years where the underdog has that one game they look back on regretting they didn't get. This might be it for StonePlease. The light cav are just going to be everywhere now. Villagers are getting sniped everywhere you look. It's the cheapest army ever for Yo. Like, And GG. Whew. So Nikov's assessment of the situation, he says StonePlease over YOLO'd, meaning he over all-in'd, right? But I would agree. I would agree with that, but I also want to talk about something that needs to be pointed out. Let me get to a game state where it makes sense. Okay, here. So StonePlease, like basically what Yo started to do, and I think he started to do it around here. Look, yeah, his Gabettos are moving out. Yo just found this little spot where it was really tough for StonePlease to actually find easy damage. It's like StonePlease didn't know where to go. And then one counterattack makes it so StonePlease's focus gets taken away from that damage, and Yo starts to buy himself a little bit of time. Now, realistically, and we talked about it, I do think you need to start adding eco behind this. But StonePlease was doing that. I mean, he was doing that. And then you're hard committed to monks because you need blacksmith upgrades for the cav archers much earlier. You need archer ranges for the cav archers much earlier. It's actually really hard to just go cav archers right now. So I think StonePlease actually played it fine. What I would have liked to see is I would have liked to see more mangonels to actually pressure the buildings. The siege towers were good, but I would have liked to see the mangonels take down the monasteries, take down the TC. He never had that. But then again, like, Yo had monks, and Yo could get redemption, and if Yo could get redemption, Yo could convert the mangonels, but then you're expected to kind of convert the monks and go in with the siege tower. Now, the other thing, the first siege tower, I think this game is like a very different state if he doesn't open with the siege tower. If he opens with the mangonel, imagine everything that Yo's trying to do here if that's a mangonel. Stables denied, woodline is completely abandoned. He can't just wall it out. And as I fast forward, look, this is wall time. This is villagers still alive. This is villagers still working. There's all this stuff happening. Gold as well. Villagers are still working. I know it wasn't great. Yeah, maybe he needed the mangonels before the tower, but obviously the tower is really strong. So, I mean, Yo just did such a good job at least like not fully breaking, and the counterattacks were great, and Gabetto was a great choice. Oh man, that was such a good game. Such a nice hold. First question I have here, game 4, is will Yo try and return the favor with the lane? Because while last game the strategy was good from StonePlease and it almost broke him, the lane definitely played a role. And historically, this Eagle Warrior has been very good for laming and disrupting someone's Dark Age. So Yo's got a decision to make. He is scouting the front of his base. There's no boars on the front for him. The boars are more towards the back. And the boar is on the front for StonePlease. So I think StonePlease will take this. Yeah, you see this? When your boar's on the front like that, you're up against an eagle or you just lamed your opponent. You got to bring in that boar quickly. So that is something I didn't really think about as much with my conversation earlier about StonePlease bringing in his boar super fast. A lot of that could just be because he doesn't want to be lamed. But yeah, boar's going to make it in. Deer here are spread out in single areas, so it's tougher to get lots of food from the deer, which I think does benefit the Khmer a little bit. Mayans start with less food because they start with that extra vill. Yo has found his one boar on the side there. He's also found a couple sheep. Yo will find an extra deer. Yo will find these sheep. Yo will push in a couple deer here too. Gold is rather forward here for Mr. Yo. The T90, is it possible for StonePlease to deny castle from Yo, or is it really hard? Oh, you mean in the previous game? I think it's really hard. Yo did a really good job, not only getting to stone, but the positioning of the castle was... Remember, at that time, StonePlease had his army to the left, and it was kind of walled out. So... I just think that was a great position from Yo. I'm sure there's going to be some things that StonePlease will look back at, and there's going to be some things that we, as viewers, can say that StonePlease could have done differently. But I thought he won the game. Like that was really close. Like that, there aren't many players that come back from that. He was doing so well there. But yeah, maybe he needed to get monks over to the stone faster. I think just stopping him from mining the stone was actually the biggest thing now that I think about it. Because that stone was exposed outside the walls, right? Yeah, that's maybe the one thing, is just getting something over on the right side to deny that stone. You deny the stone, the castle never happens, and then that's game. But he had so much to do on the left side. And he was doing a really good job there, too. So he was getting value from the attacks. Really hard. When you're getting value, you don't really want to switch focus that much, right? T90, I've noticed many pros build forward monasteries and then leave the relics there instead of moving them somewhere safe like the back of the base. Why not take the extra time to keep them safe? Because from the pro mindset, if they lose the position on that map, they lose the game anyways. So in their mindset, and also in many of the situations you're describing, they're doing so many different things because they're likely prepping for the Imperial Age, or there's a lot of things happening. So those relics are not top of the priority list. Those relics are like 5th on the priority list. And you only get to your 5th priority if you're way ahead anyways. And then those relics aren't going to be exposed if you're already way ahead anyways. Is this making sense? So, another thing that sometimes bothers some viewers, like let's say that Yo has a monastery here, and then he's getting pushed, right? And so he loses the relics, but then he wants to regain the relics. You know where Yo's going to build his next monastery? Is like here. Like 10 tiles from where he lost in the first place. But again, it's with the same logic. It's if you lose more ground, you're dead anyways. You need the relics ASAP to take it from him. Putting it in like neat and tidy in the back corner isn't something you could focus on because it's harder to do that. So, but yeah, it's an understandable feeling. It's an understandable question. I do think that sometimes players do need to move their relics further back. I agree with you, but I'm just explaining the reasoning. So there is actually an explanation why people don't do it sometimes. But I've won a couple games. I've won a couple games where I've been able to get those relics back to my base. And the game goes on for a really long time. So it can definitely be a game changer. So in terms of fast castles, Khmer could do it. They could try it. I don't like it. I think it's really awkward to manage. I love the scout opening with them into some archers and skirms as an adaptation to whatever Yo is doing. StonePlease can see that Yo's got the barracks with the flag, so knows that this will likely be man-at-arms. But in Castle Age, Mayans struggle here against ballistic scorpions from Khmer. 8 ranged scorpions. Mayans do not get redemption, so they can't convert the siege. And then you don't get knights, right? Scorpions are good against infantry and archers. Mayans make infantry and archers. So that's actually your win condition in this matchup, is Castle Age. Big Castle Age play with scorpions and knights. But StonePlease might need an archer range pretty quickly here, or he'll need everything walled up. He's going to do both. Berries are walled so far. Woodline's going to be walled in. And Yo will go for some small walls around the woodline as well. Man, there's... That is so satisfying, what I just witnessed. You could tell I'm truly obsessed with this game. Dude, that scout stood next to that TC, and then Yo garrisoned to shoot it. And the scout moved at the perfect time, didn't take any damage. Oh, that is some precious idle time right there. Whew! So satisfying. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but believe me, man, if you can make that work in a game and you do that on purpose, that's satisfying. Few things in life are as satisfying as that. I mean, that's up there for me with, like, the perfect onager shot. I don't know why, because an onager shot is a lot more of an effect. But still, it feels good for me. Berries go... Mill goes up on the berries, but StonePlease gets a beautiful snipe there. And he's defending with skirmishers. Really strong start. Again, this is the beauty of this style for this player, is he can play standard as well. It's why I think more people should toy around with some unique strats and unique builds when they're already so capable with the standard settings. Having that in your back pocket is super nice. I think StonePlease will come back and try and clear this right now. The scouts are over here. And even the tiny details there from StonePlease, Did a little bit of extra damage against the Man-at-Arms just with his Vills hopping out of the house. Yo is bringing forward more archers than the Spearmen, though. But if StonePlease finds that, he can kill these. And then he could kill this afterwards. This is an amazing find. He needs to kill that. What? 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 Wow, that's surprising to me. That's like 5 or 6 scouts. They take the 1 spear and the archers easily. And then this army's never getting home anyways. I'm really surprised at the priorities here. He'll still clear this. This is still a good situation for him. But it's a bit easier for Yo to hold on now because Yo will still have the other 3 units. Wow, that's... Well, I mean, that's still good. Yo's forced into a tower. Yo's base is far from fully walled, but he will go for some tiny walls. 6-0 KD for StonePlease, and the eco is flying with the Khmer farms. Scouts are out and about. I'd like to see him do what Yo does and just put one of the weak scouts on auto scout. This is a full HP scout, so I don't think it's auto scout. I think he's just checking the sides of his base real quick. This was open last time StonePlease was here. It's now walled up. And now there's going to be a tower here, so it's kind of tricky to know what to do. And Yo actually just has the archers inside the TC. This is an interesting opportunity for a forward tower for StonePlease. I think it's risky, but bringing villagers and towering here would be really, really strong. Because Yo's tower doesn't defend from that, and then Yo can't take the gold. And then Yo has to fight him. If the roles were reversed, I think Yo would do what I just said. But StonePlease is not that type of player. He's already in a nice position. He's going to wall. Needs to check for holes in his walls. There's a hole on both sides of these wood lines here. And he'll still have a really good castle age. Yeah, he actually canceled the fletching upgrade, so he's definitely thinking about castle age. Mr. Yo is he's a slow cooker. He's never anyone who wins early feudal or opens overly aggressive or anything. Yo's best age is castle age, as demonstrated in this series, right? Because like the game he lost, maybe questionable things in feudal, and now the games that he's won, it was pretty much decided by castle age aspects. A StonePlease should be able to get the house wall there. Good scouting. Could easily have a hole in your map. And StonePlease did get fletching. He killed an archer. He's applying pressure to Yo. It's always nice when you see the market here because that means your opponent probably needs that to click up the castle. So that tells you you're probably going to have similar castle age times. T90, how can you say StonePlease is not that kind of player when you saw the attempted castle drop in the second game? That's different, though. A castle is different than a tower. There's different ramifications to a forward feudal age tower and a feudal age and a castle drop like that, right? So I get what you're saying. I get your argument, but they are different. Because you delay your town centers pretty significantly and maybe delay your castle age if you go for the forward tower, so... But I think, if anything, that supports my argument, right? Because that was clear that he's not that type of player, because that was horrible. Like, it didn't go well. He almost threw the game with that castle. So clearly he doesn't have a good gauge on that. I mean, he has Yo exactly where he wants him. He sees where Yo's at. I want StonePlease to have top 10 player level confidence here. Because if this was like Hera or Leary or Viper or someone, they might go, see, like this is, no, I'm sick. Like this is lack of confidence. He sees the archers here, but he thinks there's going to be a sneak and he towers. I was just thinking he could build a second TC there, third TC here, just like straight boom and play Scorpion defense. But now the whole game changes. He's just so paranoid he's going to get hit on that gold. But it is unnecessary because he saw the archers here. So it'll be 1 TC for both players. Yo will send the archers forward now. Those skirmishers maybe need to be at home. If your skirmishers are at home, they're a little bit more comfortable. He will have these skirms. This is nice, actually. Quickly getting some 30 stone gives you at least the potential for a second TC. I can't tell if the skirms are in a good position or out of position. I can't tell. I mean, he's got his skirms here. They won't have any friends to protect, though. And when the eagles come in, that changes the game for the skirmishers. StonePlease notices that. But he is just right back to the wood line to harass Yo. So now Yo will have to send some eagles this way. And StonePlease has 105 stone. So he can get the second town center up. Third town center is probably too overconfident, too ambitious. So it's not like he needed to do that. Yo has not got to kill this game, guys. And that streak continues here. That will change in a second because there's weak scouts, but 9-0 start for the engagements for StonePlease. Engagements here continue to be pretty decent too. Killing off archers, killing off spears, that's really nice. Saving the scouts is also really nice. But he might not have enough in the tank to save the skirmishers here. Still think it's fine. I'd like to see him keep a couple extra scouts out because Yo always has some monks. Oh, and he gains the hill. He's got some knights here. Yo can't take the fight. That's good. Super smooth. The T90, I remember being able to see all text research and capture age by hovering over civilization icons. Is it now just for subscribers? I can see T90 has it, but I haven't had it myself recently. That's more of a capture age question. You mean like this stuff up here? Right here? I think all version of capture age should have that. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, there's certain things, like if you are just using the free version of capture age, you're not going to have every feature. I do have a certain version of it. I have a special version of it. I'm also subscribed to them for what it's worth, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. What I don't have is worker efficiency because I don't think it's easily as needed as some of the other stats. So I don't have that up all the time. Mainly eagles right now for Mr. Yo, which feels like the natural switch when you're up against skirms. If he has monks in the mix to convert knights, it can be good. Over here, he got a conversion. I think StonePlease wanted to snipe that monk and didn't get the opportunity. And now the knights are going to kill most of those eagles. That's good. But losing the skirms does help. You basically need a little bit of flexibility here to snipe those monks. And having the skirms is actually quite nice there. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's talking about. Sorry. Still 1 TC for both players. Yo will probably build the second here soon. I think the same for StonePlease. But once the skirms are gone, Yo could go pikeman. So this is starting to cook up into something that could eventually be kind of dangerous. But you know, Yo's housed right now pretty badly. Maybe he built a house and I missed it. Yo still has no potential to move out on the map right now. I'd love for StonePlease to go Siege Workshop. But then you delay the eco a little more than you maybe want to. Look at the skirms and the scouts looking for the monk right now. Yep. They know that monk's out there. Wise from Yo to sit right underneath the TC here. Yeah, guys, I don't think he's talking about the Twitch extension. But you guys are right. There is a Twitch extension. I don't like the Twitch extension. Maybe I'll add it someday, but I don't think it's... I personally don't think it's good. I also think staying on 1 TC might not be good for StonePlease. He might need the second one soon. I think over on the front of the base is good. Front of the base. Wow, 3 ranges here? 3 ranges, wow. 3 ranges, no ballistics. Yeah, he's going to go full army. But the thing is, Yo doesn't know that he's committing like this. If Yo knew this, Yo would back up and chill. Yo has no information there. Yeah, it's safe to say any questions regarding capture age, I tried to help, but they have a Discord. I would maybe ask there. Sorry if that's annoying. Eagles make it through. This is not walled. It's going to be Khmer Cav Archers. Interesting decision here from StonePlease. It might end up working out against the Pikes, but Yo goes way too far. Way too far. And that was not worth it for 1 villager kill. That was not worth it at all. Yeah, triple range cav archers for StonePlease. But Yo will have seen the amount of ranges, and he will see the commitment. So Yo should basically camp this out for a long time. Hope his eco cooks up. He does have 2 relics. I find this to be such an awkward game army comp-wise for the Mayans. And this is before the Scorpions come into play, so... Okay, so Yo's going to try and raid a little bit. His thinking is just little 2 to 3 eagle raids to kill Vills, which is very Mr. Yo style. Now StonePlease is shifting tons of villagers onto stone. He's all over the place. He had too much on wood. He had too much on food. Now he's got, like, nothing on wood. Now he's going to have a bunch on stone. He wants a forward castle to end the game. A forward castle here would be crazy strong. Oh, and finding this TC would be huge. Can he find the town center? He'll find the TC. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Ballistics could have helped a little bit earlier, but that's still great. Yo's army's now here. Yo's knows that StonePlease doesn't have protection. There's no town centers here, guys. Does he remember he can hop inside of houses? He does. Oh, that's some crazy quick walls, too. That's some crazy quick walls. I think he's still open on the one side. Just needs to wall next to the mining camp. That's worth it to lose a couple vills just to keep that army out. He can come home and clear all this. But at what cost? He's still lost some vills. He's completely off of gold right now. All that army's still in the middle, and he's got to come home. I wish the skirmishers were separate from the cav archers and the knights so they could get here faster. This is some great damage for Mr. Yo. And it's even more clear that StonePlease needs a forward castle now because his eco's a wreck. Now look at the worker efficiency. Normally, Khmer are ahead of everybody. He just lacked the confidence for 2 town centers, man. 2 town centers would have been fine. He could do everything else. Here's the engagement. Start to the engagement was awkward for StonePlease. Not what I would have... Not a perfect start. But a great finish. Clears up the whole army. Knights and cav archers, so good. But Yo's 3 TCs. Yo has a 10 villager lead. Yo has 4 relics right now. I've seen this so many times with Yo. If he just holds on. If he just defends. Guard tower defense for Yo could be really strong. But he doesn't know it's going to be forward castle yet. He hasn't seen the indicators. He'll lose a monk here. He's going to try and raid again. Yo, we'll wall a little bit in this area to keep the army out. And here come the villagers from StonePlease. He has a market, but he doesn't have the stone yet, so he has to sell food, buy gold real quick. I think the castle has to be here on the gold. It has to range the gold and the TC. No exceptions. Yep, that's a good castle. If you're going to do it, this is the castle you need to place, and it obviously has to complete. Yo will try and counterattack, but that castle's going up. Mr. Yo's relics are there, too. Where is Yo going to get gold? Gold over here? Gold over here. Okay, he's town centering the left gold. Yo does have those scorpions, but... Scorpions on their own, not going to be enough to deny that castle. And then the scorpions will all die to the castle. If he focuses down the far scorpion first, that'd be really nice. That's fine. Still takes the scorpions. Castle completes. Crazy house walls from StonePlease. Yo almost made it in. StonePlease is 1 TC. He's 20 vills behind. He needs his army to constantly do damage. And he needs to keep Yo off of gold right now. Yo is 29 on stone. Who is StonePlease now? Oh, man. 31 on stone. I guess that's all here, too. Yikes. Yo's still attacking. StonePlease still repairing. Eco is extremely fragile for StonePlease. This is not the cleanest situation ever. Knights run through this way. They'll make it right to the castle. Can he garrison into his castle right now? I guess he can't? He's losing a lot of knights to the town center. It's actually not good that he can't get into that castle. Now he should garrison in the castle. Oh, man. StonePlease lost so many of his knights. I feel like there was a chance he could have just garrisoned there. Where will Yo drop his castle? Yo now only has 4 on stone after having 30 on stone. And Yo's Eagles come back home. Yo's ready for conversion. Yo would love a castle on this very hill, but StonePlease is still taking some great engagements. Oh my god, man. I mean, another castle could work. Why not drop another one? You're all in. I bring the vills. Drop another castle right here on the hill. I think it makes sense. It certainly makes more sense than taking a random deer. Is he going to castle this side now? Well, I mean, this one is more likely to go up because there's no army from Yo there. But I would have loved the castle here. Right here on the front. Take this fight. Take the TC. Take all the buildings. I don't love this castle. And now Yo's just going to castle the hill the second the army moves. Yo's just going to say, oh, now's my opportunity. Thanks, bro. And take the hill. Right? Right? That was StonePlease's chance right there. He is imping, though. He is imping, which is crazy. Yo just gets his hill now, I think. Yo also wants to go imp. Yo's under a lot of pressure right now, and now Yo just gets the hill. Oh, man. I don't know about that, man. I think he could have just won the fight here, and then he could take the hill and take the TC. Yeah, it is true. The skirms are constantly grouped up with the cav archers, so the cav archers are always running at skirm speed. So let that be a life lesson to you all. Don't let your friends slow you down. No one to let them go. I'm kidding. That's horrible. That's horrible. But I mean, who wants to be friends with a skirmisher, right? It's still a weird game state. A really weird game state. Because I don't know what units StonePlease can make. Like, what unit does he choose to upgrade here? Ranged units, I guess? He's now making more skirmishers. I'm sure bro's going to be happy about that. I guess he's making skirms because of the potential for plumes, which is a good call because Yo's making some plumes. Yo would just sneakily make another TC here. Yeah, now that castle's up. Now that's a castle that StonePlease could treb down, but where's StonePlease going to get gold? He's almost out of golds here. He does have golds here. Okay, and there's golds here and here as well. So there's still gold. First thing he needs to do is make trebs from these castles. And then I guess get bracer. Still so much military for StonePlease. It's insane. Also so funny. He's the fastest AI I've ever seen. Like, how is that? How is he the fastest player in AoE? It's so funny to see them all in the same group like that. Yo will move forward a little after seeing imp from StonePlease. That's still not a fight Yo can take. Not easily. But he'll back off. Yo's got crazy amounts of gold. I think Elite Eagle is a good play for Yo because StonePlease doesn't have the economy to upgrade ranged units and cav. StonePlease is basically going trebs and ranged units. But as I say that, he goes for Cavalier. Unit in the back will get converted. Trebuchets are out here for StonePlease onto the town centers for Yo. And not onto the castle yet. Yo has Elite Eagle on the way. It's only 13 Cavalier for StonePlease. And many of them are weak. I think Yo can win this game with Elite Eagle. Especially if he raids. Like, StonePlease has no defense. That's been Yo's whole thing, is he still tries to raid. He'll take damage, but he will not break. Relics are there. Yeah, Eagles will aim to run in here. No defensive castles. This is the weakness. No defensive town centers is also the weakness here. You're just so raidable. And if you chase Yo once, you'll be chasing him the whole game. So you better be committed to pushing StonePlease because you're going to struggle here. We have trebuchets from Yo onto the castle from StonePlease. StonePlease with Cavalier killing Yo's villagers over there. StonePlease killing off the Eagles here. Great engagement. I think Yo's saving for El Dorado, though. El Dorado's on the way. 100 HP Eagles once that tech completes. That is so strong. It makes them the best Eagles in the game. The Cav Archers don't really help a ton now. Like, it's not really a great unit that scales. Same with the Skirms once El Dorado's in. And StonePlease still only has, like, 11 Cavalier. I really think he's going to struggle here. Yo used to be ahead in Vills. He's not anymore. Yo will go for a castle here that StonePlease might find on the left. El Dorado 5 seconds away. Mr. Yo takes down the castle. He'll want the Trebs. He'll get that Treb. Can he get the others? And will StonePlease notice this? This would be a really nice find. That's a crazy castle from Mr. Yo. I think Yo will clear everything here. I don't think the Cav are good enough. And the Cav Archers don't do anything. And then there's Scorpions too. Yo will clear this. Yo will clear this. His castle's on the way up. StonePlease's Skirms aren't in position. Okay, he notices it. He notices it. But his Trebs will go down. The Cav Archers are gonna die. Yo can just send Eagles over here, complete the castle anyways. And yet again, Mr. Yo is held on. He can get his relics back. His eco's still fine. This castle secures the whole left side of the base where there's a lot of additional gold, which is all you need for Eagles. Crazy job from Yo. And StonePlease is going to go for the rare... he's going to go for the rare hand cannons with Khmer. I always forget that Khmer get hand cannons. It's actually a really good call. But it's slow, and that's my concern. It's like super slow. Vil counts even. And Yo has so many different areas he can raid in now. And look at Yo's castles. Defensive castle, perfect. Defensive castle, perfect. It'll be 0 castles for StonePlease. Yo will have Eagles everywhere. Eagles over here, getting raids, even killing the hand cannons. Eagles slaughtering villagers over here. If StonePlease just took this hill instead of this position, the whole game changes. He could be pushing the heart of Yo's economy, but he pressured the side of Yo's economy. And he had the better army at that time to be able to place that castle, but he didn't trust himself. And I've seen this a million times before, guys. Mr. Yo just holds on. 50 Eagles. Or sorry, 30 Eagles. Double bid axe! 49-minute double bid axe! I should have said... man, like, no wonder Nikop brought up eco upgrades earlier. He said, this guy makes fun of my eco upgrades. Mr. Yo's the meme now, chat. Mr. Yo's the meme. GG. Mr. Yo completes double bid axe, and StonePlease was forced to tap out. Damn. Oh, what a game. I mean, heartbreaker for StonePlease, because the last 2 games, he maybe should have won. Maybe should have won. He was ahead in both of those games. This game, I'm not so sure. I know that he had a lot of army. I know that he was making things happen, but it always felt like if Yo stopped him once, it was going to fall apart. The second castle from StonePlease, though, was not the position he needed. And it's crazy because, like, he's not that far removed from the ideal scenario. Like, he has the hill. He has the hill. He has the hill. He sees Yo's main base. He has his army here. You could bring these vills, and you could just build the castle there. And then Yo loses this TC after losing this TC. Your trebuchets then push from a much better position in Imp. They push into all this area. Yo should have never had any chance to ever take this gold, right? He did because he was able to build the castle and take the gold, take the hill. But, you know, everything's easier said than done. StonePlease has a lot of talent, and people should be worried about him in the future. Still, Yo played really well. Yo moves on, and really fun series to watch. But you feel for StonePlease, but it is a good sign. Like, nobody just becomes top 10 or top 15 or top 20 out of nowhere. Usually that you have to slowly grow and learn those decisions in real time. Doing practice games, playing ranked games doesn't replicate the tourney. So hopefully that's in his mind next time he's in that scenario, and then things could go differently. But yes, he's talented. He's really talented. He's very fast. Mr. Yo wins the game, wins the series.